Welcome back to CryptosRus. I'm George. We're all George. So, what a day so far. It's only Monday. It's only Monday as far as I can remember. Yeah, we just started a new week, and look at what's happening with Bitcoin. And today we have some big news about who may be buying behind the scenes. And that is why Bitcoin exploded. It's still exploding. And who knows where we will end up by the end of this week. Okay, things are getting very, very exciting. So let's talk about what the hell is going on right now. Let's celebrate also during Q&A. I haven't busted this out for a while. I have my friend Johnny with me tonight. So we will have some good old times during Q&A, but not before then. So let's do this. Welcome, 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 guys. Look at that chart. Just look at it. 33.7. Okay, we busted out this morning. We were over 30,000, 30,600. So we went up roughly $3,000 since this morning, but I don't think it's going to stop. In fact, we touched briefly, I think 35,000 briefly before coming back down a little bit. But man, look at that spike, okay? It is glorious. And you know, the funny thing is, as much as we're celebrating right now over this, you know, this 10% pump, this is just the beginning. This is nothing compared to what we will see in the coming weeks, months, and years. If you think this is exciting, wait until you see plus 10%, plus 15%, plus 20% days. They are coming, right? Right now, barely scratching the surface, but of course, this is nonetheless still very, very exciting. Today, not only for Bitcoin, but everything else you see is pumping up. Not as much as Bitcoin, but there are definitely a lot of good movers today. Quite a lot in the green. And you have some like Injective that's up 20%. I'm going to talk about them as well. What is going on with them? You got several others. Even I think Pepe, which fell off the chart, I think they're up like 30-something%. No, yeah, 39%, right? So obviously memes are coming back. People are becoming degens. And I you know, did a degen move today too with Pepe and several others. You know, sometimes you just can't help yourself, right? As long as you play it safe and cool, and Bitcoin is still going up 33.8, or we go break 34, 35 this stream. Let's see. Okay. So, what's going on today? Why did Bitcoin explode, or why is it exploding still? Well, this leaked out. So BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF now has a symbol. It's going to be called IBTC. Now, here's the thing. This hasn't been officially approved by the SEC. However, the very fact that they have a symbol now and it's listed with the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, people, of course, are putting two and two together, right? If they got their symbol already, does that mean they know something, that this approval is coming, right? So I think that's what it is. But, you know, the thing is, this came out like pretty late in the afternoon, or not that late, but like mid-afternoon. But we didn't see that pump for a few hours afterwards. So what may be happening? Well, here's the other thing that came out of BlackRock, okay? So basically they filed an amendment for their spot Bitcoin ETF, okay? And part of that amendment says they are going to be seeding their ETF in October. So how do you seed a Bitcoin Spot ETF? You may be wondering. You buy Bitcoin. That's how you do it, right? So did they just buy an enormous amount of Bitcoin that caused Bitcoin to pump up and then, you know, liquidate a whole bunch of shorters? Maybe. Something happened. Something massive happened. Someone just put enormous amount of money into Bitcoin to cause this to happen. To go up $3,000 within a single afternoon is no easy feat. That takes a ton of money, right? So is it BlackRock? Quite possibly. They may be loading up, seeding their ETF because they have secretly gotten approval behind the scenes, which hasn't been released yet. Again, not official, but if you put two and two together, it makes a whole lot of sense. Now, something else relating to spot ETFs that also came out today is Grayscale. They got it okay to go forward with their trust conversion, right? So basically, the courts ruled that the SEC must re-review their spot Bitcoin ETF, and they have 5 days to counter it. If they don't counter it, then basically it's approved. So this also came out this afternoon, right? Maybe this also, right, got some people excited and got them to buy. Whatever the case is, we're seeing a massive amount of money flowing into the space right now. ENY just said that it's going to trigger a massive demand from institutions. These are the very things I've been telling you guys for probably over a year, right? But when good old George says it, people dismiss it. Publications do not quote me, which is fine. But when someone from a prestigious accounting firm like ENY says it, well, then it has to be real and it has to be published, I should say. Yeah, but, you know, these are things I've been saying for a while. Massive demand, massive liquidity that will be coming in with the introduction of spot Bitcoin ETFs, right? That will happen. It doesn't take a rocket scientist or a financial analyst from ENY to tell you that. This is the most massive thing that we have. I don't know if it's the most massive thing, but it's definitely one of the bigger ones that I can remember, because really this will open up the gateway or the floodgates for trillions of dollars from the financial markets, mostly from institutions. And we have never, ever, ever seen that in Bitcoin's history. I can't say the same thing. Back in 2017, back in 2021, back in 2013 when I got in, I couldn't say that. It was all driven by retail investors and whales. But now we have these big boys like BlackRock and Fidelity and Vanguard and ARK and everyone else, Van Eyck. They are all ready to FOMO in and bring along all of their clients and wealthy people along for the ride as well. That's why we are going to see massive demand and liquidity come in to the space. There's no doubt about it, and we're just getting a little bit taste of that. We saw it last week with the fake Cointelegraph approval news. Now we're still trending up from there. It hasn't stopped. That really kicked us off from 26,000. That was just a week ago, guys. We went from 26,000 to 33,000, or let's just round up 34,000 within a single week. Look at this. October 15th, we were still at 26.7, right? This is how fast Bitcoin can move. And I know we've been stuck here for a long time, right? And sometimes it feels like forever. But when Bitcoin's ready to move, it just does and blows people's minds away. That's how it is, right? That's why you got to stay strong. I always tell you guys to focus on the future. Continue to do what you're doing, accumulating and DCAing, because you will be rewarded. You let the gains come to you. It's that simple. You don't have to try to outsmart the market or trade fanatically like you know you're a pro. You don't have to do that. You just dollar cost average And that's it. And now Michael Saylor has made probably hundreds of millions because of his DCA. And many of you guys are probably even or close to even, or you may be in agreement again. All simply due to DCA. It's the winning strategy. It never loses as long as you stick with it and enough time has passed. And plus, you're not DCAing into projects that have become scams or failures. Okay, that's a different story. But I'll argue for Bitcoin, you never lose with this strategy, ever. Now, there are a couple of things that's kind of interesting. Wyckoff accumulation. This person argues that, yeah, we've just been following the Wyckoff accumulation, right? But why does Wyckoff accumulation exist? Because the big boys want you to scare you into selling your Bitcoin, into selling your life-changing wealth to them, right? And if this is really true, well then, you already made it. You didn't fall for it. You didn't capitulate. You didn't panic sell. You stood strong. You kept accumulating and DCing, and now you're being rewarded. It's really that simple, right? And this chart is outdated because it only shows Bitcoin going to 31.6 while we're closing in at $34,000. Look at that, 33.95. We may break 34,000 on this stream once again. And here's an interesting chart. People like Data Dash that loves to tell you how Bitcoin is going to go down. You'll love this chart then, because if you look at this, well, this is pretty obvious, right? That Bitcoin is going to go down and down and down and down and down. Except this is an inverse chart. This is showing Bitcoin heading straight up to about 38,000 as a first resistance, and then up to 48,000 as a second resistance. But the thing is, when you inverse it like this, it looks more credible, right? Somehow it's more believable because there are some that just refuse to believe that Bitcoin could ever come back up again. And I told you guys, that's nonsense. Bitcoin will find its way and will continue back up. You just have to pay attention to what's going on around the world. Flight to quality, flight to safety, right? The most decentralized network that no one could control, right? That's Bitcoin. It's an obvious choice. So what does this show? Bitcoin heading up. If we keep smashing through these resistances, we keep getting more shorts liquidated and having more short squeezes. Can we get possibly to 47, 48,000 by the end of the year, even before the halving event? It's quite possible, especially if we get a spot Bitcoin ETF. We didn't even get an official approval. We just got a hint today that it's coming. We got a symbol for Blackrock's iShares, okay? This is not the official announcement. Imagine if tomorrow or Friday or next week or next month, we actually get official announcement from BlackRock or Fidelity or even SEC saying, yes, the very first Bitcoin Spot ETF is approved, right? Imagine that. We're already at 34,000, so we're going to go to 40,000, 45,000? Sure, it's still so early. Remember, we're still in October. We're not even in Pumpvember yet, right? Remember, some of you guys were trying to pick on me saying, well, a couple weeks have passed and Bitcoin's not moving. Well, look at where it is now, right? Again, don't ever give up on Bitcoin. We are entering the fun stage. I've been saying, be more greedy than fearful. Okay, although that's not financial advice, but for me, that's how I'm seeing it. This is definitely time to be accumulating more because we haven't reached our previous high yet. Bitcoin is still not at 69,000. So even if you are ultra bear and you don't believe that Bitcoin could break 100,000 or 150,000 or 200,000, just think about, we're still under 40,000. We're still nowhere close to 69,000. So that means it's a great buying opportunity. Don't tell me you think that Bitcoin will never go back up to its previous high. No, it will. Of course it will. So at the very least, even if you don't believe it's going to go past 70,000, well, you have this, what? 40,000 buffer or 35,000 buffer before we get to there, well, that makes it a pretty good buy, right? So at the very least, you can look at it that way. But anyways, this is just the beginning, guys. I do believe Bitcoin is going to continue forward. I don't know where it's going to end at the end of the year, but I do know this. 2024 is going to be even better. And then we approach 2025, the most bullish year of them all. And spot Bitcoin ETFs like this from Blackrock can definitely bring in trillions of dollars into the space just by FOMO alone. Just look at what's been happening now. Look at how many people are tuned in. 5,353 people. I haven't had this kind of audience since, I don't know, FTX collapse. Maybe not even this much then. This shows you how much FOMO there is, even though we didn't get official approval yet. But imagine when we do, and imagine when we get that halving event, right? And when things really get exciting, when Bitcoin starts pumping to 40, 50, 60, 70 to $100,000. Imagine when Bitcoin is at $100,000, how marvelous it will be. And we have just surpassed 34,000 once again, ladies and gentlemen. This is phenomenal. As phenomenal as it is, it warrants a drink from my friend Johnny and his Blue Label. But, you know, quite honestly, this is just the beginning. This is just simply the beginning of what's to come. Okay. And like I said, it's not just Bitcoin. Many others are going up. Pepe is still going up. Injective is still going up, right? There's a lot of others. Right now, still, it's good to be heavy into Bitcoin. I've been saying that. You don't want to give up being heavy into Bitcoin, because when Bitcoin pumps, it really pumps. In fact, if it pumps even more, it actually sucks out the liquidity from the other altcoins. But there are still a lot of good winners. Like Injective, I've been talking about Injective a lot, right? And they're really starting to grow on me. They're obviously, their price action is good, but man, they are making a lot of moves right now. Injective hits a 20-month peak, and today they're up like 15 or 20%. They are, I believe, the biggest L1 within Cosmos ecosystem, right? They're not as big as Cosmos, obviously. Cosmos is a layer 0, but man, they are getting a ton of traction. They're a DeFi L1 chain that basically helps others jump aboard or create their own DeFi products, right? They have a $150 million ecosystem like support or grant system, right, to get more people involved. So that's a big thing. But also they have so much more. They just launched something called Helix, which allows people to trade pre-launch futures. I don't even know why people would trade pre-launch futures. And I normally wouldn't even talk about this, except that within one single day, okay, this is the day after it was launched, it already hit 13 billion in on-chain trading volume. So obviously there's a market for it, but this is one of the reasons why Injective is doing so well, because there are a lot of great DeFi plays on top. You look at the transactions, the numbers do not lie. The number of staked, number of transactions, cumulative volume, block height, all heading higher and higher and higher and higher, right? And there's more, of course. They are going to be releasing their very first NFT collection that directly contributes to their burn, okay? So yes, they do have burning, and yes, they also have stable coins. So through some partnerships, there is native USDC also within Injective and within Cosmos ecosystem too. So there's a lot going for Injective, which is why they are doing very well right now. And Bitcoin is still pumping 34.2. This is not stopping, guys. We may go right back up to 35,000. We're approaching 6,000 people watching. It's getting kind of nutty, but Bitcoin continues to impress and continues to move forward. What else is there? Besides Injective, a lot of you guys are Solana fans. Still remains a favorite among institutional investors. We're seeing massive inflows just 1 week alone. 15.5 million this week has just started. Who knows how much more is coming in this week? And Solana has been doing very well recently as well, right? Popping up to number 7. You can see within the week, they're up 30%. Even outshining Bitcoin for the week, 30% versus 20%, right? Solana is making moves. Institutions are coming in. Also, even FTX. FTX is not dumping their Solana. They're actually staking it. They just staked $122 million worth of Solana, even though they hold a lot more. A lot of people thought that FTX would just dump it because of all the, the restructuring. But no, they even decided to stake it. So that also reinforced this notion that, hey, maybe they're just not going to dump at all, right? And, of course, many people are charting it, saying that, hey, once Solana ticks out this level, it's going to go a lot higher, right? What is that level according to this person? $32. We're not too far off from there. Solana is at $31.55. So according to that trader, if Solana breaks 32, it's heading to the moon, right? And of course, it's not just Solana. It's with everything else. Man, it's not Wednesday. I normally don't pull up my DCA portfolio, but I decided to do it because it's a good day and I need to refresh this because I think it's up even more. But week over week, right, up 20%. 20% week over week. Just a single day is 11%. For the month is 29%. Year to date up 94%. Although I'm not even yet. But again, kind of shows you how fast things can move as long as you're in the game. If you're not in the game, then of course you're not going to enjoy these kind of gains, right? And I told you guys, and Bitcoin continues to go up, 34.3. I told you guys the people that are most bearish in this space are just basically self-projected. Either they got liquidated and they have nothing else, or they sold out and they're regretting not buying in, right? And that actually is the worst feeling, I would argue, because you tried to outsmart the market by selling, and then the market just says bye-bye and keeps on going upwards, right? So, yeah. So, and I've been saying, you don't need a fancy charts to tell you anything, okay? Just read the room or read what has happened to Bitcoin with every cycle, right? As we approach, we start moving upwards. After a halving cycle, we move upwards and onwards, and it has always been. So, yeah. Yeah, that's it. I told you guys I was a little degen today. I put out a lot of leverage plays. Look at this one. I'm thinking it's more. I'm like, what the hell, I threw a 10x on Pepe. And right before the stream, I was up 323%. It pocketed a cool 10K from that 10X. I don't advise anyone to do leverage. I don't advise anyone to follow me. But, when you got nothing to do and you want to just risk it a little bit, you can make some good money. That's all. I'm just being degen. No one should do it. But, I did it. That's it. Because I was feeling good. That's all. All right, guys. Let's do 6,000 people, even beating my own expectation. I thought we would hit 5,000 live watchers. Now we got 6,000 people excited about Bitcoin and crypto once again. Whew. All right, let's do some Q&A. All right, it is time. The chat is going so fast, and we got Len that's also gifting memberships. It's getting kind of nutty in here, but it's time for a drink. I said a lot. I said a lot right there. I only have a sip. Okay, just to show you, I don't have that much in this bottle. Maybe that's like 1 shot, 2 shot. I don't know, probably 2 shots there. I put a little ice. I shouldn't have ice, but, I can't be too drunk on this stream. I missed some super chats, so I apologize if things have scrolled out of control. I saw Derek. Derek sent me a $10 super chat. I do appreciate that. I really do. And it's the very first one on a live stream. And then Len, of course, gifting out memberships like it's no one's business. Another 5. Thank you for that. And thank you for everyone that have stuck with me and stuck with Bitcoin and never gave up. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. Philip Raymond says, or asks, will Filecoin return to all-time high? Yes, I do. I do think so. There's nothing that changed my mind about Filecoin. They're still one of the biggest, obviously. No, they are the biggest file storage play. And they're trying to get involved with the layer 2 as well. So I think so. I'm opening up my Tesla tequila. I never got one, Amp, but I did get the Tesla shot glasses for my new house. So I'll have one with you in the future. Can XRP reach $20 this bull run? That's a lot. 10x to be 5. So then you do 40. No, it's not, Sonny. No, it's not going to do a 40x this bull run. You know, I was just, you know, I don't really like the Star Wars, and I really don't want to, like, you know, bash anyone. But everyone keeps telling me, you know, Data Dash is like the most bearish guy on earth. So, you know, I decided to check out his channel. I mean, it's so, it's so bearish. 12 days ago, right here, you're being lied to about Bitcoin with a big red, you know, exit. And then 3 reasons we're bearish on Bitcoin until, this is 10 days ago. And then all of a sudden, top 3 altcoins to watch. And then very bearish 5 days ago, Bitcoin's next sell-off has begun. This was 5 days ago, okay? So this was when Bitcoin was at 26,000. And then 3 days ago, Bitcoin is facing a crucial moment, okay? And then today, my final warning for Bitcoin, and again, another scary chart that shows Bitcoin going downwards. Like, I don't know. He's like doubling down, tripling down on his bearish stance. I don't know why that is. I can only speculate while Bitcoin is heading higher. You know, I don't know. Am I breaking the internet? I am. 6,200 people watching. I don't think YouTube has ever experienced this many people on a live stream before. I'm just kidding. No, it has, but of course. This is a lot. Oleg, member for 25 months. Thank you, my man. For over 2 years, you've been with me as a member. I'm green for BTC now. I just lost it. Just lost it there. Been DCing since 2021. So obviously you're in the green. Congratulations. I'm proud of you. DBL, Buck Prep, new member. Jerry M gifted 5 memberships. Thank you. Ready for Lakers tomorrow? Yes. I want to see LeBron win again. Thoughts on Algorand rebrand? Bruce, I didn't know that. I didn't hear about that. Are they rebranding? I don't know if that's going to help them. They're still like kind of like iffy, but I didn't hear about that. Tony Brandt, a new member. King TJ, thank you for that. I Trust Capital missing out a lot of views right now. You know what? This is why, even in business, you know, you want to have a good relationship and build a long-term partnership, which I thought I had with I Trust Capital, but I was wrong. Hours after my suspension, Daniel Martin sent me an email saying, you know what? We're not going to pay you. Okay, partner of 2 years, 2+ years. I'm like, I don't need that anymore. Barry asks, how much BTC do you suggest I should buy weekly? I can't answer that for you. Only you know. Everyone's income is different. So you have to decide, right? Just know that you should never invest on credit or debt. You should never invest more than what you can afford to lose, right? And you really should be investing with extra money, meaning that you don't need that money for bills or your mortgage or your car loan, anything like that. And then you decide. Do I feel like I'm in a crowd? No. But, you know, if I was among you guys, 6,400 people, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a sizable auditorium. Like a basketball game only fits about like 18,000 people, right? So it's like a third of a basketball stadium. That's a lot. Lazaro, we're here, brother. I want to say so much, but the Bitcoin chart, you next to it, picture perfect. Thank you, my man. You've been here for a long time. I recognize your name. So thank you. I appreciate you. And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. Man, I'm almost done with my blue label. I might have to go open another bottle. My live chat is like breaking right now. Did Len just gift out another 5 memberships? My live chat is going so fast. I don't know what's going on anymore. Cash and Shobes. Curious your take why ETH has been so slow compared to Bitcoin and even other alts. What is your price target? I don't know. That's a good question. ETH, there's been a lot of ETHgate stuff that's been talked about. A lot of FUD recently around ETH, right? But I still believe in it. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I think ETH will still come back. So, but yeah, I recognize it has been slow. There's a lot of FUD around it. Man, we got a lot of membership. I would love to give memberships. I don't even know how to do it. And my live chat literally is breaking. When I'm scrolling, all these things just disappear. Ed says, in the green, plus 20K. Thanks to you. Congratulations, Ed. That's not on me. That's on you for making a decision. I can't control what you guys do. I can only give out my opinion and hopefully help educate you guys on what's coming. But only you guys can pull the trigger, right? So congratulations, that's on you. Why is Link pumping? Daniel asked. Because it should. It's the biggest oracle in the space. Almost every DeFi project and chain utilizes it. It should have always been pumping. But now people are recognizing it. That's all I could say about it. Like literally every single DeFi project is utilizing Link. However, here's a little gem that someone brought to my attention. Teller is actually doing pretty good. Look at this, up 27% today. They are also a decentralized oracle. Now, I've always said this. I don't trust any decentralized oracle network outside of Chainlink because I have seen other ones been used in the past and then they go hacked or belly up or whatever, right? So I don't know if I could get on Teller, bandwagon right away. But I will say this. They look interesting. They're 228 million, much cheaper than Chainlink. Could be worth looking at. So just dropping a gem right there. DZO, my eyes got watery today. Oh, man. I don't know what to do with that. Don't make me start watering up my eyes. Johnny 5, what a day. It's about time the bears hibernate. That is what it's about, right? Man, there's just so much coming. There's so much coming, right? Like this. In case you're wondering, does that mean it's going down? Just know that this is an inverse chart, right? But somehow, when you do it like this, it seems like it's going to happen, right? Like, oh man, it's going to fall. It's going to fall way below to 48,000. But it's an inverse chart. But if you like reverse this, then many people think, well, no, it can't possibly go up to 48,000. It will. You just have to give it time. Oh, I put too much ice in here. Seriously, my body somehow processes whiskey better than it does beer. Like, I get more drunk from beer than whiskey. Just to check my degen plays, because I put out a couple 10x, 20x plays. What am I up? Phantom, I'm up 100%. Bitcoin, I'm up 265%. And Pepe, I'm up 338%. Pretty good. I can't end the stream because the numbers keep going up. Now it's 6,800 people on this stream. And we're pumping more. 34,600. Or we go break 35,000 this stream. Derek's big super chat. Big fan for last 3 years. Enjoyed a blue label. Have you heard of Nuco Cloud? NCDT. No, I have not. But since you asked so nicely, NCDT. Nuco Cloud, relatively small, maybe a Flux competitor, if I had to guess. Skynet, the world's first decentralized mesh hyperscaler. Your launchpad to personalized, unlimited, decentralized computing power made easy as pie. It sounds good, but there are many in this space. Why did they call it Skynet? You know, that's the worst name to give it. Do you want to scare people? 34/7. Daryl Clark says, still here. Congratulations, man. Appreciate it. Tony Brandt, 3 years waiting is over. Thanks for being there. No problem. Strap on. Maybe it's our ticket to 40K. I don't know if we're going to hit 40K tonight. Okay, that would be ridiculous. You know, I didn't even check liquidations. Liquidations are probably extremely high. Those shorters, you know, those shorters better hide. In the last hour, man, look at that. 140 million shorts liquidated. Then 12 million, 10, 6, 18. That's at least 200 million. 200 million within the last few hours. Yeah, right there. 164, 35. Yeah, it's more than 200. It's like 230, like 240. 240 million liquidated. Tyler, big super chat. Been watching you every day for the last 2 years on my morning walks. You know, you're ahead of the game. Now I'm doing morning walks and afternoon walks and night walks. Man, there's so much. I saw Troy Crypto said, I saw Bitcoin pump to 35K live today. You might see it again, my man. We're so close. 34,680. I knew the George effect would kick in tonight too. For whatever reason, George effect is real. It is. Because everyone gets excited after they tune in. Not just from me, but from the community. I will argue that I have the best community in all of crypto. I don't think anyone could dispute that. It's due to you guys. You guys are so strong, right? We're all Georges. You guys never waver. You never give up. And you continue to tune in twice a day, every day. That's a lot. And now you're starting to tune in my Sunday walk videos. My last one is nearing 100,000 views. It's crazy. Jay Davis asks, is there still real risk of a black swan event that can hamper or weaken this bull run? Of course there is. World War III. If we have World War III, yeah, that's going to dampen things. Sure there is, but if we're out of something extraordinary, I guess, I think we'll be fine. New member, Daryl. Great show. Let's hit the like button from Cal. Man, I need to get a drink. You guys keep sending me super chats. Not that I'm complaining, but thank you. Bitcoin Cowboy, appreciate that big one. Valentine Landscaping, you're the man. Thanks to you, I'm now 3 Bitcoin. Do you know how hard that is, Valentine? You know, I bet in this chat of 7,100 people, maybe 1% has more than 3 Bitcoin. Maybe even less than that. So you are doing something right, my friend. Congratulations. This is just the beginning. The one who cares. I love George. We all love George. Thank you. Can you look into Veracity? I believe it's a 100x project. I know what Veracity is. I don't know if it's a 100x project, though. A lot of people equate Veracity with AI. It's not an AI space. A 100x project? No. 10x would make it. So you're talking about a $5.7 billion project? Not this cycle. Veracity, they're into streaming and making sure views are legit. You know, they're kind of in the esports arena. Unless they change and now they're in AI, but they're not. But people equate them to. Man, we're 34.8. Evan Floyd, I won't repeat what you just said, but thank you. You said fill to all-time high. Do you mean price or market cap? Both, unless it got more tokens, but it would mean one of the same. Plan to take profits from alts to obtain 1 Bitcoin. That's never a bad move. That's not a bad move. Hey, hold on, guys. I'm going to leave you guys for a second. Hold on. I was looking for my other bottle down here, but I don't have it, so I have to settle with Miller Lite, okay? But we're closing in at 35,000 once again. Man, it's getting wild. It's going to have to stop sometime, man, and, you know, kind of recover. Last time I posted 105 portfolio, I'm finally green. Geo, appreciate it, man. I mean, I appreciate it. Congratulations. I don't appreciate that. You do. Yeah, we're about to break that 35. Let's zoom out a little bit, okay? Let's draw some lines here. Man, our last resistance was 34.3, and we just shattered through that. So, man, we haven't been at this level since May of 2022. That goes back a year and 5 months. That's when, what happened? FTX crashed, or Celsius crashed, Luna crashed, right? We haven't been at this level since May of 2022. So what is the next resistance? If I had to choose, it would probably be right here. 36.9, 37, right? So like back here, you could see we had a little bit of a stint here. Maybe 30, 37 right here. Yeah, I'd say 37 would be like, or we could go. And then after that, about 40,000. Man, we're at 35,000. You notice the price ticker kind of stopped, right? Because it's important, and it might be jumping big time. I think 37 is the next one. See, now it's starting to move real quick. Yeah, Monkey Farm agrees with me. 36.9. Yeah, I see it right here. It'll be right here. I'll draw another line here. So the next resistance should be around here. 30. Yeah, just right there. 36.8. Something like that. You know, let's see here. There. That's what we're aiming for right here. If we can't get it, you know, we might bounce back up to this like 34.3 as a, you know, as a support, or we might fall back and hit it as resistance, right? So I think we'll see how strong FOMO is. If FOMO is really going to kick in, we're going to be at 37 no time. Otherwise, I think we might stay around, you know, 34.4 mark, but you know, we'll see. God damn. $100 super chat. I haven't seen $100 super chats in a long time, man. First, Mr. Always Right. I invest in XRP and SHIB. The rumor spread Blackrock is going to absolutely blow up the market sky high. Yes, I don't disagree. XRP and SHIB, they will definitely go up in this bull market for sure. Especially XRP. I like XRP better out of those two. Crypto Frank, huge super chat. George, I've been watching for 2 years, maybe more. You taught me DCA, and for the past few years, I purchased 200 Bitcoin and ETH daily. Daily, that's a lot. Along with smaller amounts of others today, and hopefully this year it all comes to make sense. Hope to see you back in Florida. Crypto Frank, congrats, man. Hey, did I meet? Are you the one that I took a ride with in the Rivian? Is that you? Or was that, I thought he was Frank. I don't know if it's you, but if it's you, I've been meaning to talk to you about business. But thank you for that, and I'm proud of you. Congratulations. What do you think about Singularity? I think they're the biggest in the space for AI, at least. So they're involved with a lot of things. I think they could do well. Tommy, 2 years I've been here. 2 BDCs in the ledger. A lot more in top 10. Seriously, have a drink on me. Thank you. Panda says this is nuts. Candle to a 40K incoming. See, we're retracing a little bit, like I said. I think, let's see, if we could bounce back from this 34.3 mark, I think we'll go to retrace there, and then we're going to test it, and then go back up. But we'll see. Maybe we don't. We just keep going. I mean, this is crazy. This is over 10%. This morning when I was streaming, it was 30,500, right? 30,600. So we're literally 4,000 points higher than this morning. It's as crazy as 8,000 people tuning in right now. Crypto AXR said, I legit just missed this pump. It's okay. We're still below 69,000. So that means, oh, Crypto Frank, that is you. Okay. I still have your card, man. I didn't forget about you. I do want to talk to you. Maybe pick up one of those badass 6x6 Jeeps. Thoughts on Uniswap? They're so low right now. Is Uniswap really low? I think it's still up there. Oh, it did drop a lot. It was in top 10 before. I still like Uniswap. They're still the biggest DEX out there, although there are a lot of competitors. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's not a whole lot of use cases for Uni, right? That's the thing. So I think there are just better plays. I think there are better plays. Cliche. Just wait till the real FOMO hits. I agree with you. Today is just the tip of the iceberg. Today is nothing compared to what's coming. Corey, member of 24 months. Holding hard. Thanks, George. You're a real deal. Therefore, we rock. Double coiner and rising. Congratulations. Man, I don't know if I can wake up tomorrow. Usually we're chilling with 3,000 people. Even 3,000 people is a lot. Usually at night it's like 22, 2,500. We're at like 8,000 people right now. Wondering what's happening. I think someone decided to buy Bitcoin because they got their symbol today, IBTC, and it's been rumored that BlackRock is buying. They said in their amendment that they are going to start seeding their ETF in October. That sounds kind of dirty, right? Seeding. I don't know why, but it does. But maybe BlackRock's like, enough is enough. We need to start buying before Bitcoin gets too high. Len just gifted another 5 memberships, man. Can you check Pepe? Well, I know Pepe did well today. It's 32, 33%. I made my 300% today in Pepe. 350% to be exact. No, 323%. I didn't check it, but I'm pretty sure it's up even higher. Rich, appreciate you. You've been here for a long time. I do appreciate you being here and supporting me. Hey, we just surpassed 8,000. 8,000 freaking people in this chat loving what's happening right now. I don't know when the last time I had 8,000 people tune in. That is crazy. Wait until Bitcoin pumps to 70,000 and 80,000 and 100,000 and 150,000. We will have like 80,000 people in here. It's going to be absolutely nuts. Fipple Coiner. You mean a whole coiner? I don't know what Fipple Coiner is, said Michael, but I appreciate that. Thanks for all the positive energy of the past few years. Bitnova, I still remember you, man. We met in, we had a good chat and drink in Bahamas, right, at Atlantis. You know, the simple fact that people recognize me in Atlantis was kind of crazy, but we had a good, I know you're still traveling. I'd love to see you at a future event this December in Vegas, December 14th. Hope to see you there and everyone else there. Phil to alt, you said. Did you mean price or market cap? Both. Both. Lazaro, I've been DCing, but I have 3K on the side. I've been trying to buy for the past 8 days, but we keep going up. That's just what happens, man. Sometimes you want a DCA, and sometimes you're just left not DCing. You know, here's how I look at it. Yes, it sucks to buy when it's higher, but is Bitcoin back to its previous high? Is it anywhere close? No. So we're still like, Bitcoin has to go up 100% to get back to its previous high. So to me, that screams bargain, right? Tomorrow, like Hive and Riot, Coinbase, MicroStrategy, GBDC will all explode like crazy. John Thomas, appreciate that. You missed my last super chat, but I still love you. I do too. Tuval, super chat. Thank you. Sebastian, super chat. Thank you. People are saying Cowan is bearish. Is he really? I don't know. I don't know if he's bearish, but I know Data Dash is very bearish. If Cowan's bearish, hopefully he changes his tune. Because, you know, when it comes to lines versus FOMO, FOMO wins every time. When there's anticipation of massive buying, when a spot Bitcoin ETF is right around the corner, FOMO wins every time. Tuval, another super chat. Fumi Hiko. I'm sorry for you being blocked by YouTube. I support you. Thank you. Glad I have your support and glad that I got it back quickly. Otherwise, I would not be able to have an 8,100 person live stream. MP, appreciate that. Elon wants to buy Wikipedia. Ben Cowan is always bearish. He was calling for 13K. I don't know. I don't watch Cowan. I don't watch Gareth. I don't watch Data Dash. I stay in my lane. I watch myself. I told you guys that. So when other people say I'm copying them, I'm like, what are you talking about? Because I don't watch anyone else. So, another super chat. And Michael, thanks for your hard work. Always listening. I appreciate your support. Is Dogecoin going to get a mission to the moon this November? Do you think it hit $1 next bull run? Dogecoin is 100% dependent on Elon. It depends on if Elon does something. If Elon does, it will go up. If it doesn't, if he doesn't, then it's not. Sebastian, welcome. Can it go to $1? Yes. Because quite simply, its high is 70 cents. So all it has to do is go back to its previous high and then go up a little bit further, right? So that's $1. Yeah. Oh, all right, guys. I think it's time to call it a night. Otherwise, I can't get up tomorrow. T double, welcome. We did hit 35,000 this stream. We definitely did. So that's pretty crazy. It would have been nice if we kept going and hit this 36.9 or 37,000. We will probably hit it tomorrow. Honestly, Bitcoin needs a break right now. It needs to retrace a little bit. Maybe, I don't know, maybe back to where we were, 34.2 or 3. Then it could build and climb back up. Chris, videography, I appreciate that. Me in 20 years in the future. Grandpa, how you got so rich? I was once a George. I appreciate that. Joe is the ticker. Okay. What are you talking about, Trader Joe? What are you trying to ask? You sound like 5 super chats. Yeah, Trader Joe. Are you asking me about Trader Joe? I mean, it's the biggest DEX on Avalanche. But you know what? Mythic Swap could be even bigger and better. So I'm waiting for that. Brandon asks, what do you think about ADA and decentralized exchanges? Very quiet. Yeah, you know, ADA's always like that. And DEXs are always like that. I mean, that's just how they are. But Cardano is still in the top 10. DEXs are still widely used and their volume will only go up. So they'll come back. Valentine Charge. Tuval is asking Joe yeah, it's Trader Joe. I appreciate you sending all the chats, but I don't know what you're asking. All right, so yeah, live stream topped out at 8K. Bitcoin topped out 35K. I guess it's time to call it a night, and we will see what happens tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right? And I will leave you guys with this urgent message. Take care.
What do you think about Ripple?
Well, I mean, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larson.